now that I've done my test run, I'm going to do asparagus. Okay. So I'm just making sure nothing was wrong. So first step, turned it on. Now I have asparagus already cut and frozen. And so I did the pre-freeze. It's cold enough in my garage because it's cold outside that it didn't take it very long. So now it says, load food into freeze dryer, close drain valve. I already closed the drain valve. So now I've got my trays of asparagus. All right, now that we have that in there, I am going to put this in. Now this is the mistake I made last on my test run. You got to tuck this in. So I thought it just placed in front like this. It doesn't. You have to tuck it in beyond the seal. Good to know. Did not know that. That was a mistake I made the first time. They did tell me technically you don't have to do this, but it does help keep the glass clean. And this makes sense too. So see how the first time you turn it, it's just enough to keep it, to turn this latch here. So turn it, then you keep turning, and that creates a little bit of a seal. You can see the line. So I'm gonna hit continue now, and it says freezing, freezing. So it's good to go. Now, my question was, how do I know how long it's gonna take? I had to just, from what I've read in some of these groups, there's tons of Facebook groups, and I'll probably, in all honesty, start my own Facebook group for this adventure, for my videos. It kind of sounds like it's just automatic, like it senses it. So they say the machine's smart, it'll do its thing. Yeah, but I kind of wanted to know. My thing is right now it's 6:30 at night, so I didn't want it to be done in the middle of the night. So I did a quick search, and somebody said it took theirs about 18 hours. So I think I'm safe to not worry about it through the night. Should be, I'm guessing, at least 12 hours, but we'll see. I was kind of hoping it would have a countdown clock, and it might as it gets to later phases. So I'll check later before I go to bed and things and see the process, but otherwise it's good to go till tomorrow. We're gonna see how we do. It was the easiest thing. I seriously was paranoid. My biggest concern was I didn't know how long it would take, and so I put it in at 6:30 last night. And I just didn't want it to be done in the middle of the night while we're asleep or whatever. A little bit of research, and somebody had said their asparagus took about 18 hours. So I was like, oh, we're good. So I went ahead and put it in last night. And it took about 18 to 20 hours. It did do the extra 2 hours. So it's pretty automated. Okay, so if you watched my first video with the bread, super easy. Basically, all you do was you turn the freezer part on, get it cold, you load your trays, and it'll tell you what, after about 30 minutes after the freezer's on and it's nice and cold, it'll ask you to load your trays in. I had all my asparagus on there, put them in, close the valve, and it walks you through it, and it says, is it frozen or not, pre-frozen or not. Mine were. I froze the asparagus. I didn't blanch them, anything. I just cut them up into about 2-inch bits and start it, and it's done everything since. So I do want to show you one quick thing here, and then I'll open it up and let's see how they turned out. All right, so this is what it's saying now. Process is complete. You can see, oh, there we go. 19 minutes and 19 hours and 1 minute is how long this is take. So I'm going to, it says open the drain valve to vent. You can warm the trays, you can defrost, and you can put more dry time. So first I need to open the drain valve. So let me come over here. We're going to open this up. All right, that didn't have much of an air plug. Oh, there we go. might help if there was nothing else in the trash. That's fine. So now we hear it draining, draining, draining. Okay, so at this point, I should be able to open it up. Yay! Okay, let's take off our... Now, let's see. Okay, oh, they're not too bad. Okay, so I'm just gonna break them, see how brittle they are, and they broke pretty easy. I'm just testing a few. Okay, they're done. All right, I hit the defrost button and it's defrosting. It told me to close the door, keep it closed, and it's gonna take 2 hours to defrost. Here's our trays of freeze-dried asparagus. I've checked a couple on other trays and they're all pretty dry as dry can be. So now I'm just gonna bag them up. Thanks for watching my tutorial videos on our freeze drying adventure. I hope you learned some more tips and skills and you are benefiting from our experience as we have these adventures. Come join us on our Facebook group. It's Freeze Drying Adventures with What88. And you can also see blog posts on my blog, what88.com. And I'd love it if you like and subscribe and let us know what your freeze drying adventures are. In the Facebook group, we have some polls that you can vote on, some things you'd like to see us try to freeze dry, and we'll experiment and tell you how it turns out. Thanks. Have a great day.